Vlasic, Krasnicki, Kowal, and Conklin. In sixth place, Chicago Wolfpack Aquatic, Chow, Kaminsky, Arroyo, and Tracy. In fifth place, Deds Club, their A relay, Kitchell, Smith, DeJong, and Burke. Fourth place, Waukesha Express A, Wayner, Antnewski, Larson, Kate Larson, and Avery Larson. In third place, Germantown Academy, their A relay, Hamill, Freeman, Bowles, and Grimley. Second place, Academy Bullets A, Rentz, Murphy, Diner, and McCann. And the NCSA champions in the women's 400 freestyle relay, they did it, setting a new meet record with their swim of a 348.43. Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush, Haley McDonald, Ava Graziani, and Sydney Brager. Award presentation now in men's 400 freestyle relay. Here they come up onto the awards podium. In eighth place, these are all A relays for these teams. In eighth place, Texas Ford Aquatics, Sasha, Ekron, Owens, and Jones. Seventh place, Swim Streamline, Avery, Rautenbach, Conal, and Tome. Sixth place, Tide Riders, Noel, Zucker, Bradburn, and Marcus. Fifth place, Germantown Academy, Fleck, Freeman, Zhao, and D'Ariano. Fourth place, Deds Club, Chapman, Meow, Hensel, and Williams. Third place, Huntsville Swim Association, Tetrakoff, Walker, Young, and Bedsole. Second place, Suburban Seahawks, Cangidier, Johnson, Nedchef, and Wang. And the NCSA champions in men's 200 freestyle relay from Lakeside Swim Team, John Crush, Alex Teesing, Thomas Mercer, and Zane Butt in a time of 3:25.63. All right, here we are, the final evening of competition, the 2023 NCSA Summer Championships at the IU Natatorium on the campus of IU PUI in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight we're going to see competition in the 50 backstroke, the 200 IM, the 50 freestyle. We've got a women's 800 free, men's 1500 freestyle, and then we'll wrap up the evening with 400 medley relay. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask you all please rise as you can and remove your hats for this evening's singing of our national anthem. All right, just moments away from getting started here this evening. Direct your attention down to the scoreboard balcony end of the natatorium. Kicking it off with 50 backstroke, women's 50 backstroke. Here we go with the E-final in this event. E-final, Jones in 1, Landon in 2, Valacius in 3, Canine in 4, Lowe in 5, Hayes in 6, Borkowski in 7, and Douglas in lane 8. And Samantha Valacius from Petty Aquatic Association, lane 3, takes the E-final in a time of 30.52. D-final in women's 50 backstroke. D-final, Erickson in 1, Arroyo in 2, Moore in 3, Lincoln 4, Naraki in 5, O'Connor in 6, Francis in 7, and Luton in lane 8. Elizabeth Link, Rockville Montgomery, lane 4. Leads the D-final heat down into the wall. She reaches and touches in a time of 30.20. Avery Canine. That's Elizabeth Link, heat 2. So the names on the board were not correct. Elizabeth Link of Rockville Montgomery took the D final heat there in that time of 30.20. We now move on to the bonus final heat in women's 50 backstroke. Names on the board are not correct. This is the bonus final heat. We got Crashed in 1, Velt in 2, Cook in 3, Chow in 4, Marusik in 5, Friss in 6, Stefanik in 7, and Tang in lane 8. Again, the names on the board are not correct. The time should be. Connie Marusik, Waukesha Express in 5, looks to be leading heading to the wall, but Catherine Douglas, according to the board, touching first in a time of 30.55. Actually, that's Catherine Tang. Need to be reading off my sheet. Catherine Tang of Ole Swimming, 30.55. Consolation final now in the women's 50 backstroke. Names on the scoreboard are correct now. Consolation final. We got Conklin in 1, Glass in 2, Graziani in 3, Brager in 4, Grimley in 5, Chan in 6, Smith in 7, and Shoke in lane 8. And first to touch out of lane 5, Taylor Grimley, Germantown Academy, in a time of 30.02. As we now bring out the championship final heat of the women's 50 backstroke. In lane 1 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antnewski. 2 for Germantown Academy, Carly Bowles. 3 for Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush. 4 for Ole Swimming, Josie Conley. 5 for St. Andrews Aquatics, Aspen Gersper. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Haley McDonald. 7 for TNT Swimming, Megan Kokorin. And lane 8 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, your championship final here in the women's 50 backstroke. NCSA long course record of the women's 50 backstroke, 28.57 by Phoebe Bacon, a nation's capital in 2017. Lane 8, Ellison Schrank, Northwest Aquatics. But now over in the middle of the pool, over in lane 3, Charlotte Crush of Lakeside. 28.80 for Charlotte Crush. Into the men's 50 backstroke now, E-final. E-final, Bailey in 1, Eford in 2, Creeder in 3, Dozel in 4, Gruder in 5, Marcianini in 6, Terrera in 7, and Turgeon in lane 8. winning the E final heat out of lane 2. Parker Eford, Swim Houston, time of 27.97. Here's the D final. D final lane 1, Beckley. We got Elmore in 2, Coyle in 3, Permute in 4, Voss in 5, Smith in 6, McGinley in 7, and Ingraham in lane 8. Clark Coyle, Kentucky Aquatics. That's an incredible lead on a 50 freestyle here, and he touches in a time of 26:09 over the rest of the field. Bonus final in men's 50 backstroke. Bonus final, Rautenbach in 1, Whittemeyer in 2, Richardson in 3, Solitario in 4, Osborne in 5. So that's Cohen Osborne, and we got Oswald in 6, Brune in 7, and Griffith in lane 8. Bonus final heat, ready to touch, and on the wall first, Zachary Oswald of Suburban Seahawks, his time 27.53. Consolation final in men's 50 backstroke. Consolation final, Whitaker in 1, Zucker in 2, Fleck in 3, Nenche in 4, Tretyakov in 5, Haney in 6, Hernandez in 7, and Tapp in lane 8. On the wall first in the consolation final heat, Brendan Fleck, Germantown Academy, in a time of 26.88. Here now comes out the championship final heat in men's 50 backstroke. The lineup beginning in lane 1 from Huntsville Swim Association, Luke Bedsole. 2 for Kentucky Aquatics, Seneca Odo. 3 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Parker Lenosi. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, John Crush. 5 for Machine Aquatics, Noah Dyer. 6 for Affinity Aquatic, Thaddeus Austin. 7 for Huntsville Swim Association, Philip Walker. And in lane 8 for Waukesha Express, Ryan Slonak in the championship final heat of men's 50 backstroke. NCSA long course record of the men's 50 backstroke 25.73 by Ryan Dridley of New Trier in 2018. Your championship final heat just about under the backstroke flags and out in front. John Crush of Lakeside, he touches in a time of 26.06. And now we bring out the top seeded heat in women's 800 freestyle. In lane 1 for Tide Riders, Nora Lee Brown. 2 for North Carolina Aquatic Club, Daisy Collins. 3 for Ole Swimming, Emma Kate Zanoli. 4 for Rockville Montgomery, Madison Smith. 5 for Rockville Montgomery, Andrea Dworak. 6 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Samantha Anderson. 7 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Isabel Henderson. And lane 8 for Team Greenville, Lily Abdallah. Your top seeded heat in women's 800 free. NCSA long course record of the women's 800 freestyle, 8:39.78 by Rachel Stagey of Fox Valley Swimming in 2019. The Olympic trial cut time in women's 800 free is an 8:45.79. So time final events. So we had swims earlier this afternoon. Quickest one turned into the women's 800 free was by New Wave Swim Club's Isabel Monday, a time of 8:57.35. Names are not correct on the board. Madison Smith from Rockville Montgomery out front in lane 4. Andrea Dworak from Rockville Montgomery in lane 5. Smith turned in a 101.28, a 102.07 for Andrea Dworak in lane 5. .200 meters for Madison Smith. She turns in a 2:07.05. Second, Andrea Dworak, her teammate, 2:08.54. And third, over in lane 1, Nora Lee Brown for Tide Riders, who turns in a 2:11.93. The names on the board are not correct. They're working on that, but the times are correct. Here we are at the 300. Madison Smith, Rockville, Montgomery. She turns in lane 4. 3:12.79. Andrea Dworak from Rockville still second in lane 5. 3:16.60. And Nora Lee Brown still third in lane 1. 3:19.80. Fourth next to Brown. From North Carolina Aquatic Club, Daisy Collins in lane 2. Halfway through this race for Madison Smith as she turns in a 4:18.51. Andrea Dworak, lane 5, turns in a 4:25.19. You still got Brown in third, lane 1. Madison Smith at the 500, 5:24.36. Looks to be on pace for the Olympic trial cut time, 8:45.79 as she goes through this race here. .600 turn coming up here for Madison Smith. Let's give her some encouragement. Madison Smith turning in lane 4, 6:30.63. Dworak 6:43.07. Nora Brown still third in lane 1. Madison Smith still looks to be on pace to get her Olympic trial cut time. But on her way back this time. Let's get your hands up in the air. Let her know you're with her here. Our final evening of competition of the 2023 NCSA Summer Championships. Big long race, 800 freestyle. And she would like to get the Olympic trial cut in this event. 700-meter turn here for Madison Smith. There are the bells, and she turns into 7:37.24. Dworak makes her turn at the 700, 2 lengths to go. And Madison Smith, she needs to really sprint it down here on this last length. She turns down there at the 750, 8:10.08, split a 32.84 in that last 50. She wants to make sure she's under the wire of an 8:45.79, the Olympic trial cut with less than half a length to go. Madison Smith, let's make some noise and get her home here. Come on. And she's going to get it. Madison Smith, Olympic trial qualifier in the women's 800 free. She swam an 8:41.57 tonight here in this top-seeded heat of women's 800 freestyle. Fantastic. Nora Lee Brown sprinted back on that last 50, and she touches in lane 1, second, a time of 9:00.61, and third, Andrea Dworak in lane 5, 9:00.81. Nice job, ladies. And we now march out our top-seeded heat in men's 1500 freestyle. All right, the lineup for this race, beginning in lane 1 from North Carolina Aquatic Club, Cooper Nicholson. 2 for Tide Riders, Maxwell Marcus. 3 for Core Swimming, Evan Gluck. In lane 4 for Tsunami Swim Team, Ellis Cushy. Lane 5 for Petty Aquatic Association, Luke Brennan. 6 for Tsunami Swim Team, Derek Long. 7 for Chicago Wolfpack, Charles Tracy. And in lane 8 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Owen Meow. Your top-seeded heat events, 1500 free. All right, here we go in this one. Top-seeded heat of men's 1500 freestyle. NCSA long course record, 15:05.10 by Alec Enyart from Tsunami Swim Team at last summer's championship meet here in Indianapolis. Olympic qualifying cut time in this event, 15:39.89. And in swims turned in earlier today, the men's 1500 freestyle, quick was turned in by Clay Bauman, Lakeside Swim Team, at a 15:55.98. Maxwell Marcus, Tide Riders at the 200, 201.06. Second in lane 4, Ellis Krishy of Tsunami as he turns in a 201.22. Ellis Krishy out front at the 300, lane 4, 304.65. Maxwell Marcus second in lane 2, 304.94. And third, Luke Brennan, lane 5, he turned in a 305.07. Evan Gluck now into the lead, lane 3, 4:08.43 ahead of Krishy in lane 4. 800 turn here for your leader. Evan Gluck, 8:21.89, ahead of Luke Brennan in lane 5. Gap is closing here between Gluck and Brennan in 5. Slowly but surely, starting to even up for the lead of this race. There's the 1,000-meter turn for Gluck. 10:28.69 ahead of Luke Brennan. Brennan now into the lead here in lane 5 as he turns in 11:32.08. Evan Gluck in lane 3, 11:32.12. .300 meters to go after the next turn. And I think we still have a little cat and mouse going on here between Gluck in 3 and Brennan in 5. Brennan out front at the moment, 12:35.32. Gluck turns lane 3, 12:35.57 in 3rd. Charles Tracy, lane 7 for Chicago Wolfpack, 12:40.11. All right, somebody's going to hit the gas here pretty soon and start to separate our first two swimmers. They're both sizing each other up. Brennan still in the lead. 13:38.53 to Gluck, 13:38.68. Brennan out front, Gluck in second, working their way down here. Timers getting ready with their bells in hand, signifying 2 more lengths to go after this next turn. Brennan under the flag, the bells are going. Around they go, and it's sprint time. It's go time here in the top-seeded heat of the men's 1500 freestyle. Less than 100 to go. Tracy's still third in lane 7. Derek Long now fourth in lane 6. All right, after this next turn, the last turn, we're really going to see a click out of these two gentlemen. They turn almost dead even with Brennan still with the edge over Gluck. And here we go, the big kicks are going. Luke Brennan churning it up with half a leg to go here. And very close at the end, but Luke Brennan touching in a time of 15:42.40. Evan Gluck on the wall, lane 3, 15:42.73, and third, Charles Tracy in lane 7 at a 15:51.19. Men here in the 1500 free catching their breath. And 200 IM action coming up. Women's 200 IM. E-final heat. Lane 1 from Lakeside Swim Team, Lena Sires. 2 from Badger Aquatics, Isabel Bloom. 3 for Suburban Seahawks, Caitlin Colasar. 4 for Team Pittsburgh, Natalie Sens. 5 for New Trier Aquatics, Elise Newland. 6 for Rockville Montgomery, Angela Kadori. 7 for Lakeside Swim Team, Hannah Schmidt. And 8 for Academy Bullets, Elizabeth Naraki. Right, turning at the end of the backstroke, and out front, Caitlin Colasar, Suburban Seahawks, 107.39 ahead of Isabella Bloom. Lane 2, Badger Aquatics, 107.56. And Lena Sires from Lakeside, third in lane 1. Colasar out front at the 150, turns 148.91. Second now at the end of the breaststroke, Angela Kadori in lane 6, and third was Elizabeth Naraki in lane 8. Angela Kadori on the freestyle. She does touch first in lane 6, 221.36 ahead of Colasar. D final in women's 200 IM. D final, lane 1 for Blazing Barracudas, Sophia Jimenez. 2 for Academy Bullets, Isabella Witowitz. 3 for Tide Riders, Carolyn Foltz. 4 for Academy Bullets, Anya Linson. 5 for Machine Aquatics, Elizabeth Bryan. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Sydney Green. 7 for Tide Riders, Charlotte Brown. And 8 for Academy Bullets, Paige Kowal. Jimenez out at the 50, lane 1, 30.02, ahead of Elizabeth Bryan, Machine Aquatic, lane 5. Turning here at the 100 and out front, Elizabeth Bryan, lane 5, 106.34, ahead of Carolyn Foltz, lane 3, the 106.82. Bryan leads at the 150, turns into 147.28. Foltz second and 3. Third, Charlotte Brown in lane 7. Elizabeth Bryan coming into the wall in the D final heat of women's 200 IM. Her time 2:21.15. Bonus final in women's 200 IM. Bonus final, lane 1 for Blazing Barracudas, Claire Mihawk. 2 for Academy Bullets, Chloe Diner. 3 for Academy Bullets, Caitlin Gressick. 4 for Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, Phoebe Mayo. 5 for Suburban Seahawks, Gima Underkoffler. 6 for Blazing Barracudas, Lily Mihawk. 7 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Abigail King. And 8 for North Carolina Aquatic is Isabel Wolf. Claire Mihawk out front at the 50, lane 1, 29.40. Ahead of her sister, second to lane 6, Lily Mihawk. Third is Phoebe Mayo, lane 4. Phoebe Mayo now solidly out front. Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, lane 4. As she turns at the 100, 104.66 ahead of Lily Mihawk in 6. Third, Claire Mihawk in lane 1. Chloe Diner, Academy Bullets on the charge in lane 2 here on the breaststroke leg. Mayo lane 4, Diner in lane 2. First and second. Abigail King now third in lane 7. Oh, this is going to be a good race down to the finish here. Phoebe Mayo in 4. Over in lane 2, Chloe Diner. Phoebe Mayo, 220.00. In the bonus final heat of the women's 200 IM. Now the consolation final in women's 200 IM. Consolation final lane 1 for Academy Bullets, Rebecca Rentz. 2 for Lakeside Swim Team, Carly Tyler. 3 for Southeastern Swim Club, Audrey Crawford. 4 for Academy Bullets, Sadie Murphy. 5 for Dad's Club, Sydney Smith. 6 for Academy Bullets, Bridget McCann. 7 for North Carolina Aquatic, Eva Bulkey. And an 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. Leading on the backstroke, lane 1, Rebecca Rentz, Academy Bullets. Makes the turn at the 100, 103.99 ahead of Audrey Crawford, lane 3 at a 104.36. Carly Tyler, third in lane 2. Audrey Crawford turning at the 150, 145.56. Now in second, Bridget McCann in lane 6. In third, Eva Belke in lane 7. Crawford in 3. In lane 6, Bridget McCann, and touching first is Bridget McCann from Academy Bullets in a time of 2:18.81. And we now bring out the championship final heat in women's 200 IM. In this heat, lane 1 for TNT Swimming, Lavinia Sim. 2 for Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush. 3 for Core Swimming, Campbell Chase. Lane 4 for Team Greenville, Lilla Bugner. 5 for Lakeside Swim Team, Haley McDonald. 6 for Chicago Wolfpack, Julietta Tracy. 7 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatic, Peyton Foster. And a lane 8 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antnewski. The championship final heat in women's 200 IM. NCSA long course record in the women's 200 IM, a 2:12.62 by Zoe Dixon, Nova of Virginia in 2021. And the Olympic trial cut time is a 2:16.09. Both Bogner and McDonald, lanes 4 and 5, swam faster than the Olympic trial cut time in their preliminary swims this morning. Charlotte Crush, Lakeside out front, lane 2, 28.00 ahead of Haley McDonald. Her teammate from Lakeside, lane 5, 28.67. Charlotte Crush going to make the turn here at the 100 out front. 101.18 ahead of Haley McDonald, lane 5, 102.50 in third. Lavinia Sim, a TNT Swimming in lane 1 at a 103.13. Working their way through the breaststroke leg. And out in front, Haley McDonald, lane 5 as she turns at the 150, 142.24 ahead of Campbell Chase. Second and third, Lavinia Sim in lane 1. Haley McDonald already with her Olympic trial cut. in the bank. She's going to hit the wall first here in the championship final heat, 2:13.73. Wow, a nice drop for her. And Campbell Chase in lane 3, touching in a time of 2:14.93. So that's better than the Olympic trial cut time. Very nice. Little Bogner. Again, she already had her Olympic trial cut for this morning. She was a 2:16.35, third in the championship final this evening. Men's 200 IM up next. E-final in the men's 200 IM. E-final, lane 1 from Long Island Aquatic Club, Ethan Silver. Lane 2 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Graydon Barker. 3 for Chicago Wolfpack, Kale Chow. 4 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Owen Tharrington. 5 for Nova of Virginia, Matthew Wolfel. 6 for Southeastern Swim Club, Jihoon Jung. 7 for St. Andrews Aquatics, Lucas Bailey. And 8 for Swim Streamline, Mason Otwell. Lucas Bailey at the 50, lane 7, 27.51. Second, Ethan Silver in lane 1, turned in at 27.71. Owen Tharrington, Chelsea Piers, lane 4. Into the lead now on the backstroke. He's going to turn here at the 100, 59.64 ahead of Lucas Bailey. Lane 7 at a 1:00.71, and third, Graydon Barker in lane 2. Owen Tharrington turning at the 150, 1:39.90. Head of Jihoon Jung, lane 6. And third, Lucas Bailey, lane 7. It's going to be a tight finish coming into the wall here in the E-final. And first on the wall, Lucas Bailey out of lane 7, 2:10.38. D final now in the men's 200 IM. D final, lane 1 for Nova of Virginia, James Sharp. 2 for Dad's Club, Nicholas Hensel. 3 for Kentucky Aquatics, Yi Zhang. 4 for Chelsea Piers, Jack Haley. Lane 5 for Greenwich YWCA, Aiden Beccaria. 6 for Dad's Club, Ian O'Neill. 7 for Academy Bullets, Simons Mikowski. And lane 8 for Dad's Club, Colby Williams. Aiden Beccaria leading at the 50, 27.23 ahead of Jack Haley in lane 4. And third, Colby Williams in lane 8. On the backstroke now, Simon Mikowski, Academy Bullets in lane 7. He's around at the 100, 59.43 ahead of Colby Williams in lane 8. Third, Jack Haley, lane 4. And fourth, Aiden Baccaria in lane 5. Aiden Bakari at the 150, lane 5, 135.93. Ahead of Yu Zhang, Kentucky at lane 3. Aiden Baccaria, Greenwich YWCA, out by himself. He wins the D final heat in a time of 2:07.07. Bonus final in men's 200 IM. Bonus final, lane 1 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Julian Pala. 2 for Academy Bullets, Evan Connie. 3 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Michael Termeloff. 4 for Dad's Club, Larkin Hellman. 5 for Swim Houston, Gideon Swan. 6 for North Carolina Aquatic, Connor Peck. 7 for North Carolina, Ian Platts Mills. And 8 for Suburban Seahawk, Zachary Oswald. Michael Termeloff out front, lane 3, as he turns in at 27.7. Ahead of Julian Pala in lane 1. Evan Connie, Academy Bullets out front on the backstroke. Lane 2, turns at the 100, 59.60 ahead of Zachary Oswald. Suburban Seahawks in lane 8. Oswald turned 1:00.53, and third, Michael Termeloff in lane 3. Termeloff out front at the 150, 138.95 ahead of Larkin Hellman, lane 4, and third, Zachary Oswald in lane 8. Down to the wall they come in a bonus final heat of the men's 200 IM. And it's Ian Platts Mills at the end of that race. Lane 7, 209.10. Consolation final heat of men's 200 IM. Lane 1 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Reed O'Connell. 2 for Lakeside Swim Team, Wilson York. 3 for Team Greenville, Bennett Paramore. 4 for Academy Bullets, Braden Capon. 5 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Ches Jones. 6 for Northwest Arkansas, Yofeng Yu. 7 for Lakeside Swim Team, Peyton Harrison. And 8 for Academy Bullets, Sean Wayner. Yu out front, lane 6, 26.60. Ahead of Wayner in lane 8. Third is Paramore in lane 3. End of the backstroke, turning here at the 100. Yofeng Yu, lane 6, out front, 59.02, ahead of Braden Capon, Academy Bullets, lane 4. Breaststrokers come up through the middle. Lane 3, Bennett Paramore, Team Greenville. O'Connell in lane 1. He's in the mix. Charles Jones out front, lane 5. C turns at the 150, 137.17. Race here in 5 and 6. Ches Jones in 5, Yofeng Yu in 6. Racing it out here in the consolation final heat, men's 200 IM on a Sunday night. And touching first in lane 6, Yofeng Yu, Northwest Arkansas Aquatic, in a time of 2:07.82. Now bringing out the championship final heat in the men's 200 IM. All right, here's the lineup for this race. Lane 1 for Tide Riders, Joshua Knoll. 2 for Swim Streamline, Levi Tome. 3 for Core Swimming, William Savarisi. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Thomas Mercer. 5 for Germantown Academy, Landon DiAriano. 6 for Suburban Seahawks Club, Jake Wang. 7 for Ole Swimming, Max Haney. And lane 8 for Waukesha Express, Ryan Slonak. The championship final heat of men's 200 IM. NCSA long course record of the men's 200 IM, a 2:01.80. Samuel Ida of Glenview Titans in 2017. And the Olympic trial cut time for this event, 2:03.49. Thomas Mercer very close with his swim this morning, 2:04.71. Turns here in a 57.12. Quicker than this morning. At the 100, Mercer was a 58.10. Thomas Mercer, Lakeside Swim Team, should be on Olympic trial pace here. Lane 5, Landon DiAriano, Germantown Academy. Mercer turns at the 150, 133.64. He's a couple seconds quicker than this morning. He was a 135.13, 33.64 tonight. He's on his way to getting his Olympic trial cut in the men's 200 IM, but he's got to finish it off with half a length to go here in the championship final heat of the men's 200 IM. Something faster than 2:03.49 is what he's looking for. DiAriano charging at the finish as well. And DiAriano touching 2:02.94. And both Mercer and DiAriano with Olympic trial cut times in the men's 200 IM. Awesome swim for those gentlemen. They look pretty spent after that, but they will be over at Lucas Oil Stadium 1 year from now, competing for a spot on Team USA on the way to Paris. The road to Paris through Indianapolis 1 year from now. Women's 50 freestyle now. Here's your E-final. E-final, we've got Brock in 1, Francis in 2, Holler in 3, Chan in 4, Connolly in 5, Bloom in 6, Sense in 7, and DeJong in lane 8. Lane 6, Isabella Bloom, Badger Aquatics, and Isabella 26.91 in the E-final heat. D final in women's 50 free. D final, Baiting in lane 1, Velt in 2, Smith in 3, Connors in 4, Bowles in 5, Lowe in 6, Wolk in 7, Williams in lane 8. Over in lane 2, Lucy Velt, Astor Area Aquatics. She does touch first. Lucy Velt, 26.95 in the D final of this event. And now the bonus final. Bonus final, lane 1 is Tracy. Got Keene in 2, Abdullah in 3, Rogi in 4, Alasware in 5, Smith in 6, Adams in 7, and Freeman in lane 8. Anna Keene, Excel Aquatics in lane 2. She is out there coming into the bonus final heat. And Keene on the wall at a time of 26.83. Consolation final in women's 50 free. Murphy in 1, Chase in 2, Antnewski in 3, Renson 4, Conklin in 5, Kaler in 6, Chan in 7, and Kurznicki in lane 8. Samantha Chan, Huntsville Swim Association, lane 7. Over in lane 2, Chase Campbell looking strong. Chase Campbell does touch first in a consolation final. Her time, 26.37. Now bringing out the championship final heat in women's 50 freestyle. Lane 1 for Chicago Wolfpack, Isabella Chow. 2 for Wilmington Aquatic Club, Rachel Bachrath. 3 for Irish Aquatics, Lily Christensen. 4 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Anam Alasware. 5 for Ole Swimming, Josie Conley. 6 for Waukesha Express, Olivia Weiner. 7 for St. Andrews Aquatics, Aspen Gersper. And in lane 8 for Rockwood Swim Club, Hayden Schosel, the championship final of women's 50 free. NCSA long course record of the women's 50 free, 25:31 by Conley of Ole in 2023. She broke it Olympic trial cut time, 25:69. Anam Alasware, Chelsea Piers in lane 4. And Alasware, a new meet record, 25:29. Breaking the old record of a 25:31. And Alasware and Conley already with their Olympic trial cuts this morning. So congratulations, ladies. E-final in the men's 50 free. Bailey in 1, Griffith in 2, McGinley in 3, Coyle in 4, Lee in 5, Darden in 6, Avery in 7, and Graham in 8. And first on the wall out of lane 8, Ryan Graham of Machine Aquatics, 24.20. There's some excitement. D final in men's 50 free. D final now underway. Sid Licky in lane 1, Nenchip in 2, Watkins in 3, Tetracroft in 4, Yu in 5, Elmore in 6, Butt in 7, and Hensel in 8. Owen Watkins, Rockville, Montgomery in 3. Let's see if he's on the wall first. He is, in a time of 23.90. Bonus final. Bonus final, Duncan in 1, Walker in 2, Oxenbean in 3, McDonald in 4, Austin in 5, Neville in 6, Bedsole in 7, and Terrera in lane 8. Lane 5, Thaddeus Austin, Affinity Aquatic. But touching first, Alex Oxenbean getting in there for Kentucky Aquatics, 23.77. Consolation final in men's 50 free. Dyer in 1, Raymond in 2, Solitario in 3, Crush in 4, Fleck in 5, Stewart in 6, Teesing in 7, and Hanson in lane 8. Andrew Hanson Mako in lane 8 is out there. Now we got out in 4, John Crush, the Lakeside Swim Team. Always close in the 50 freestyle. John Crush, Lakeside on the wall, 23.64. Here now we bring out the championship final heat of men's 50 free. Lane 1 for Machine Aquatics, Jason Ross. 2 for Suburban Seahawks, Jake Wang. 3 for Excel Aquatics, Benton Gruder. 4 for Kentucky Aquatics, Seneca Odo. 5 for Stingrays, Noah Smith. 6 for Bulldog Aquatic, Adam Winnemeyer. 7 for New Trier Aquatics, Nicola Tadic. And in lane 8 for Dad's Club Swim Team, William Chapman. The championship final heat in the men's 50 freestyle. NCSA record, the men's 50 freestyle, 22.98 by Jack Franzman of Zionsville in 2017, and the Olympic trial cut time, 22.79. Churning it up and powering their way into the wall, touching first, out of lane 6, Adam Winnemeyer, a time of 23.36. Faster than the Olympic trial cut time. Let's see, Gruder second. His time, 23.37. That's good enough for Olympic trial cut. Third, you got Noah Smith, 23.43. So, good job, gentlemen, there. So we got awards coming up now. We need the top 8 finishers from all of our individual events from this evening. Your top 8 in all the individual events this evening. Please make your way over to award staging. Then when we're done with that, we're off into relays. Award presentation now. In women's 50 backstroke, in 8th place from TNT Swimming, Megan Kokorin. 7th from Waukesha Express, Ella Antnewski. 6th from Germantown Academy, Carly Bowles. 5th from Northwest Arkansas, Ellison Schrank. 4th from Lakeside, Haley McDonald. 3rd from St. Andrews Aquatics, Aspen Gersper. 2nd from Ole Swimming, Josie Conley, and your NCSA champion in women's 50 backstroke from Lakeside, Charlotte Crush, in a time of 28.80. Thank you, ladies. Next award presentation in the men's 50 backstroke. Award presentation in men's 50 backstroke. There they are. In 8th place from Huntsville Swim Association, Luke Bedsole. 7th from Kentucky Aquatics, Seneca Odo. 6th from Affinity Aquatic, Thaddeus Austin. 5th from Waukesha Express, Ryan Slonak. We had a tie for 3rd between Machine Aquatics, Noah Dyer, and Huntsville Swim Association's Philip Walker in the men's 50 back. Placing 2nd from Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Parker Lenosi. And your NCSA champion in the men's 50 backstroke, Lakeside Swim Team, in a time of 26.15, John Crush. A correction, his winning time this evening, 26.06. Coaches, believe it or not, we still have some relay cards that weren't turned in, so we don't have the names of your swimmers. Coaches, if you know that you have not turned in your relay card, you need to hustle up and get over here to the lower admin table, or the head admin table, I guess now, no, the lower admin table, and get that squared away as quick as possible. Top 8 finishers on the podium now in the women's 800 freestyle. In 8th place from Texas Ford Aquatics, Isabel Henderson. 7th from Ole Swimming, Emma Kate Zanoli. 6th from North Carolina Aquatic, Daisy Collins. 5th from Team Greenville, Lily Abdullah. 4th from Rockville Montgomery, Andrea Dworak. 3rd from Tide Riders, Nora Lee Brown. 2nd from New Wave, Isabel Monday. And your NCSA champion in the women's 800 free, Rockville Montgomery Swim Club, Madison Smith. Award presentation now in men's 1500 freestyle. In 8th place from Eagle Swim Team, Brandon Richter. 7th from Academy Bullets, Braden Capon. 6th from Tide Riders, Maxwell Marcus. 5th from Lakeside Swim Team, Clay Bowman. 4th from Tsunami Swim Team, Derek Long. 3rd from Chicago Wolfpack, Charles Tracy. 2nd from Core Swimming, Evan Gluck. And your NCSA champion in men's 1500 free, Petty Aquatic Association, Luke Brennan. Thank you, gentlemen. Our next presentation in the women's 200 IM. In 8th place from Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. 7th from Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Peyton Foster. 6th from Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush. 5th from Chicago Wolfpack Aquatic Club, Julietta Tracy. 4th from TNT Swimming, Lavinia Sim. 3rd from Team Greenville, Lila Bogner. 2nd from Core Swimming, Campbell Chase. And your NCSA champion in the women's 200 IM from Lakeside Swim Team, Haley McDonald, in a time of 2:13.73. Award presentation in men's 200 IM. In 8th place from Ole Swimming, Max Haney. 7th from Waukesha Express, Ryan Slonak. 6th from Core Swimming, William Savarisi. 5th from Tide Riders, Joshua Knoll. 4th from Swim Streamline, Levi Tome. Third from Suburban Seahawks, Jake Wang. Second from Lakeside Swim Team, Thomas Mercer. And your NCSA champion in the men's 200 IM from Germantown Academy Aquatic, Landon D'Ariano, in a time of 2:02.94. Award presentation in women's 50 freestyle. Lane 8 for Rockwood Swim Club, Hayden Social. In 7th from Chicago Wolfpack Aquatic, Isabel Chow. 6th from Wilmington Aquatic, Rachel Bachrath. 5th from St. Andrews Aquatic, Aspen Gersberg. 4th from Waukesha Express, Olivia Weiner. 3rd from Irish Aquatic, Lily Christensen. 2nd from Ole Swimming, Josie Conley, and your NCSA champion in women's 50 free from Chelsea Piers Aquatic, and a new meet record time, 25.29, Anam Alaswe. Thank you, ladies. And our final award presentation during this break, the men's 50 freestyle. In 8th place from Suburban Seahawks, Jake Wang. 7th from Machine Aquatics, Jason Ross. 6th from Dad's Club, William Chapman. 5th from Kentucky Aquatics, Seneca Odo. 4th from New Trier Aquatics, Nicola Tadek. 3rd from Stingrays, Noah Smith. 2nd from Excel Aquatics, Benton Gruder. And your NCSA champion in the men's 50 free from Bulldog Aquatic Club, Adam Whittemeyer, a time of 23.36. Just about 6 minutes away from getting started here with our final races of the 2023 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships. 400 medley relays coming up. Five minutes away from the start of our relays. Swimmers, let's please begin to clear the main competition pool. Swimmers, let's please clear the main competition pool. Timers, please report back to your chairs. We're getting organized. We'll get going again in just a few minutes. Swimmers, let's please hop out of the pool. Please clear the main competition pool. Relays coming up in just a few moments. Timers, please report to your chairs. Swimmers, please exit the pool right now. Please exit the pool. We're going to start it off. 3 heats in the women's 400 freestyle relay. Heat 1. Parsons out first for Fishers. McGillis for St. Croix in 2. Francis for Nova, Virginia in 3. Sherman for Arlington Aquatic in 4. Schrank for Northwest Arkansas in 5. Lou for Long Island Aquatic in 6. We got Team Pittsburgh in lane 7. We got Lowe for Suburban Seahawks in lane 8. Nova, Virginia out front. Cassandra Bauer now in the water for Northwest Aquatic in lane 5. Jenna Gogol and third at the 100. St. Croix in lane 2. Madeline Reed. Northwest Arkansas, Lee and Fang Yu. Second in lane 2, St. Croix swim team, Evelyn Wood. For Nova, Virginia in lane 3, their third, Elizabeth Goodwin-Burney. Anchor swimmers ready to go in heat 1. Lane 5 for Northwest Arkansas, Maya Boscus. Second, Arlington Aquatic in lane 4, Rachel Conley. And third, Nova, Virginia in lane 3, Riley Miklos. Arlington Aquatic out front in lane 4. Rachel Conley bringing it home with Riley Miklos, Nova, Virginia, lane 3, trying to close the gap. And it does get very close, coming under the backstroke flags and into the wall. Heat 1 here, and Arlington Aquatic touching first in a time of 4:22.05. Heat 2. Allie leads off for Dad's Club in lane 1 here in Heat 2. In Heat 2, Link for Rockville Montgomery. You got Emmerich leading off for North Carolina in 3, Glass for Texas Ford in 4, Canede for Tide Riders in 5, Luton for Rockwood in 6, Dwork for Rockville Montgomery in 7, and I have no names for swimmers for Huntsville Swim Association. Jolie Felt now in the water for Texas Ford, lane 4. They're out in front. Second, Huntsville Swim Association. I don't have names for those swimmers. And third is Dad's Club in lane 1, Sydney Smith. Texas Ford out front, lane 4. Second, Dad's Club in lane 1. Texas Ford out front, lane 4. Isabel Crushed up next for Texas Ford. Second going into the 300 is Tide Riders in lane 5. Allison Maloney. Third, Dad's Club over in lane 1. Cassidy Kitchell. Huntsville Swim Association into the lead. I don't have the names of the swimmers for Huntsville, but there goes their anchor swimmer. Second, Dad's Club over in lane 1, Kira DeJong, and third, Texas Ford in lane 4, Sophia Fensteel. Dad's Club coming back strong on the final leg of Heat 2, the women's 400 medley relay. They touch out of lane 1. Dad's Club, 4:21.94. Heat 3 in the women's 400 medley relay. Moore leads off for Chelsea Pierce in lane 1. Hamill for Germantown Academy in 2. Naraki for Academy Bullets in 3. Crush for Lakeside Swim Team in 4. Padalano for Long Island Aquatic in 5. Tracy for Chicago Wolfpack in 6. O'Connor for Academy Bullets in 7. And Brager for Lakeside Swimming in lane 8. NCSA long course record, the women's 400 medley relay, 4:13.18 by Club Wolverine in 2018. Lakeside out front, Georgia Kaler up next. Over in lane 2, Germantown Academy, Eliza Meth. Third, Academy Bullets, Elizabeth Naraki. Who on the breaststroke? Lakeside out front. Out front in lane 4. Academy Bullets coming on in 3. Academy Bullets to the front. Lane 3. Rebecca Rentz. There she goes. Second, Lakeside. Lane 4. Sydney Brager. And for Germantown Academy, they're third in lane 2. Taylor Grimley in the water now. Academy Bullets out front, lane 3. Rebecca Rentz bringing it down on the fly. It'll be Sadie Murphy up next for Academy Bullets in lane 3. Second position, Lakeside Swim Team, lane 4, Haley McDonald. Third, Germantown Academy, lane 2, Sarah Freeman. Sadie Murphy for Academy Bullets on her way back down to the finish of Heat 3 in the women's 400 medley relay. Whoa, it's not over. Coming on strong for Lakeside. Haley McDonald chasing down Sadie Murphy from Academy Bullets. Murphy trying to hold on. Here goes McDonald. McDonald explodes to the front for Lakeside. Lakeside touching first in a new unofficial meet record time, 4:12.19. Now 3 heats for the men in the 400 medley relay. All together here, this is heat 1. Sucker leads off for tie riders in lane 1. No names for the swimmers for Pittsburgh Elite that I have. Lane 3, we got Kuntz for Zionsville. Huntsville Swim Association, I don't have those names. Lane 5, Ingraham for Arlington Aquatic. And Abernathy for Affinity in 6. Capon for Academy Bullets in 8. Academy Bullets out in lane 8. Tyler Connor in the water now. Tide Riders second in lane 1. Daniel Garza. Underway for Arlington Aquatic, lane 5, Kai Wang. And we got Academy Bullets out front in lane 8. Sean Wayner for Huntsville. Huntsville is second and fourth. I don't have the names for the swimmers. Third is Team Pittsburgh in lane 2. I don't have their names either. Anchor swimmers ready to go. Away, Academy Bullets. In lane 8, Simon Makowski. Team Pittsburgh in second. Lane 2 and third, Huntsville Swim Association in lane 4. Tide Riders coming back strong. They touch first in heat 1 over in lane 1, 3:55.47. Joshua Knoll anchoring. Boy, his last 50 split, 26:45. He was smoking. Heat 2 of the men's 400 medley relay. Need a coaching representative from Team Pittsburgh. Coaching representative from Team Pittsburgh to the head table here. Heat 2 of the men's 400 medley relay, now in the water. Lenosi leads off for Chelsea Piers in 1, Dye for core swimming in 2, Smith for Waukesha Express in 3, Fleck for Germantown Academy in 4, Haney for Ole Swimming in 5, Brenton for Dad's Club in 6, Tracy for Chicago Wolfpack in 7, and Barnett for Rockville Montgomery in lane 8. NCSA long course record of the men's 400 medley relay, 3:46.08. Chelsea Piers out front, lane 1. Ches Jones now in the water for Ole Swimming, second in lane 5. Andrew Delzer, and third, Germantown Academy in lane 4. Andrew's out. Ole out front. Colin Zexter up next for Ole in lane 5. Chelsea Piers in second, lane 1. Owen Tharrington. And third, Germantown Academy in lane 4. Landon D'Ariano. Anchor swimmers ready to go. And out in front, lane 5. Ole swimming, Benjamin Leginski to anchor. Second, Germantown Academy in lane 4, Jonathan Freeman. And third, Chelsea Piers in lane 1, Evan Belmont in the water. Leginski bringing it home for Ole in 5. Jonathan Freeman trying to close the gap for Germantown Academy in 4. And Ole swimming, touching the wall, first in heat 2 of the men's 400 medley relay in a time of 3:53.17. Heat 3, the men's 400 medley relay. Marciani leading off for Rockville Montgomery in 1. Tap for Lakeside in 2. Johnson for Kentucky Aquatics in 3. Crush for Lakeside in 4. Ruttenbach for Swim Streamline in 5. I don't have the names of the Huntsville Swim Association swimmers in 6. We've got Nenchev for Suburban Seahawks in 7. O'Connell for Long Island Aquatic in lane 8. John Crush, getting a big lead for Lakeside. Wilson York now underway for Lakeside. Second, Huntsville Swim Association in 6. And third, Suburban Seahawks. In lane 7, Jake Wang. Lakeside in the lead, lane 4. Thomas Mercer up next. Then in lane 5 for Swim Streamline, Ty Conal. for Suburban Seahawks. They're third in lane 7. And Jacob Johnson. Team Pittsburgh, they need you over here at the head table. Need a coaching representative from Team Pittsburgh here at the head table. Alexander Teesing to anchor for Lakeside here in lane 4. Lane 7 for Suburban Seahawks, Can Yinie. Third is Swim Streamline, and that's Levi Tome in lane 5. Thiessen brings it in for Lakeside. Their time, 3:46.62. This is heat 4 for the women at 400 medley relay. Collins leads off for North Carolina Aquatic in lane 1. Douglas for Arlington Aquatic in 2. Baroker for Zionsville in 3. Mihawk for Blazing Barracudas in 4. Zentz for Eagle Swim Team in 5. Robertson for Affinity Aquatic in 6. Chumley for Tide Riders in 7. And Foster for Chelsea Piers in lane 8. Sophia Jimenez now out there for Blazing Barracudas in lane 4. Second, Chelsea Piers in lane 8. Sabrina Hobart. And for Arlington Aquatic in lane 2, Annabelle Brumner. Blazing Barracuda still out front. Lily Mihawk. Second in lane 2, Arlington Aquatic, Gloria Quang. And third in lane 5, Eagle Swim Team, Jillian Hawkins. Blazing Barracuda's Meredith Stewart now underway in lane 4. For Arlington Aquatic in lane 2, Haley Lehman. And third in lane 1, North Carolina, Yari Brock. Meredith Stewart bringing them in here for Blazing Barracudas. Her time, 4:20.80. This is heat 4 of the men's 400 medley relay. Williams leads off for Dad's Club in 1. Michalik for Chelsea Pierce in 2. Platts Mills for North Carolina in 3. Sasha for Texas Ford in 4. Jillian for Nova of Virginia in 5. Hall for Franklin Regional in 6. And Tipton for Chicago Wolfpack in lane 7. And Creeder for Long Island Aquatic in lane 8. Texas Ford Aquatics out front. Sasha is going to turn over to Michael Termaloff. Second position, Dad's Club in lane 1. Larkin Hellman now in the water. And for Chelsea Pierce in lane 2, Henry Peters. Number 3 swimmers ready to go. Nova, Virginia out front, George Strudgeon. Dad's Club in second, lane 1, Ian O'Neill. Third, Chicago Wolfpack, lane 7, Peter Nolan. Dad's Club now into the lead, lane 1. Chicago Wolfpack on the charge in lane 7. Larry Rattler. Up next for Dad's Club, Jack Brown. Lane 3 for North Carolina, Lucas Lee. And for Texas Ford in lane 4, Braden Jones. Coming down to the finish of Heat 4. Dad's Club out front in lane 1. Jack Brown coming in to touch for Dad's Club, and Dad's Club in a time of 3:57.85. This is Heat 5 in the women's 400 medley relay. Weta King leading off for Kentucky Aquatics in 2. Gersper for St. Andrews Aquatics in 3. Conley for Ole Swimming in 5. Horning for Wilmington in 6. And Velt for Astra Area Aquatics in lane 7. St. Andrews up front. Alexandra Erickson up next. Second is Ole Swimming in lane 5. Grace Aguilar Fernandez. And third, Astra Area Aquatics in lane 7, Torrin Waltz. Ole Swimming out front now, here in Heat 5. Grace Aguilar Fernandez on the breaststroke. Up next for Ole is going to be Catherine Tang Over in lane 3 for St. Andrews, it'll be Logan Zielinski and Sofia Rodriguez for Kentucky in 2. Catherine Tang brings it down for Ole in lane 5. Elise McCall up next. Over in lane 2 for Kentucky Aquatics, they're in second position. Sofia Rodriguez turns it over to Carolyn Biting. Third in lane 3, St. Andrews, Sienna Griffiths to anchor. Elise McCall brings it in for Ole to close out Heat 5 of the women's 400 freestyle relay. Ole on the wall in a time of 4:21.86. Heat 5, the men's 400 medley relay. Whitaker leads off for Machine Aquatics. In lane 2, Hickey for the, so Machine Aquatics A in lane 2. You got Machine Aquatics B in lane 3. That's Hickey. No names for the Tsunami Swim team in 4. You got Connie for Academy Bullets in 5. Murrow for Texas Ford in 6. And Terrera for Zionsville in lane 7. Machine Aquatics B out front in lane 2. Nathan Wildman up next for Academy Bullets B in lane 5. Mason Smith. And for Texas Ford in lane 6, you got Jillian Palla. Machine Aquatics B, lane 3 out front. Jason Ross up next. Second, Texas Ford in lane 6, Manguio. And third, Machine Aquatics B in lane 3, Jason Ross. Noah Dyer to anchor for Machine Aquatics A in lane 2. Second, Texas Ford B in lane 6, Andrew McEachran. And for Academy Bullets B in lane 5, Sebastian Leal. Machine Aquatics, first to touch in lane 2, 3:51.53. Heat 6, the women's 400 medley relay. Jovi Maury leads off for Franklin Regional in lane 3. Carly Marusik for Waukesha Express in 4. And Georgia Wimberly for Texas Ford in lane 5. Waukesha Express out front, lane 4, Avery Larson. Underway now, lane 5 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Marley Pellegrin. And in lane 3, Franklin Regional, Emma Small. Texas Ford out front. Danielle Ferreira-Fontes. Underway now for Waukesha Express, Ella Antnewski and Chloe Vidito for Franklin Regional in 3. Anchor swimmers ready to go. Waukesha Express into the lead. Olivia Weiner to anchor. Lane 5 for Texas Ford, Lily Powell. And for Franklin Regional, it's going to be Reagan Graves. Waukesha Express coming in. And they're the first on the wall in Heat 6, a time of 4:22.87. That's the final race for the ladies in the 2023 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships. Two more heats for the men. Heat 6 in men's 400 medley relay. Malone leads off for City of Lafayette in lane 1. McKinley for Tide Riders in 2. Mater for Mako Aquatics in 3. Richter for Eagle Swim Team in 4. Permew for New Wave in 5. Walters for Arlington Aquatic in 6. Guerin for Carolina Aquatic in 7. New Wave out front. Logan Beebe in the water now. Carolina Aquatic. Second in lane 7, Calvin Shaper. And third, Tide Riders in lane 2, Alexander Theodos. Carolina Aquatic out front. William Gray up next, lane 7. For New Wave in lane 5, Caden Hedrick. And for Eagle Swim Team in lane 4, Langston Duncan. Benjamin Pritchard, the anchor for Carolina Aquatics in lane 7. Lane 5 for New Wave, it'll be Leon Raymond. And Dean Sereno for Eagle Swim Team in lane 4. Carolina Aquatic brings it in lane 7, heat 6 to the men's 400 medley relay. Their time, 3:56.98. One more heat to go for the men, heat 7. Tyler Foster leads off for Bowling Green in lane 3. Yu Zhang for Kentucky Aquatics in lane 4. Aiden Haverman for Southeast Metro Sharks in lane 5. Kentucky Aquatics with the edge, lane 4. Elijah Grinke up next. Over in 3 for Bowling Green, it'll be Ian Sander and Gunnar Severson for Southeast Metro in lane 5. Kentucky Aquatics out front now. It'll be Jackson Liu up next. Bowling Green second. It'll be Ewan Fisher and Neil Abramson for Southeast Metro in lane 5. Maximilian Yao up next for Kentucky Aquatics as he anchors. For Southeast Metro in lane 5, Morgan Gillard, and it'll be Joel Hernandez for Bowling Green. And Kentucky Aquatics touching first in lane 4, 404.56. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our swimmers a big round of applause. That concludes the swimming competition portion of our Summer Swimming Championship meet. And we've got High Point Performance Awards, Coach of the Year, and Team Awards coming up in just a few moments. And we got relay awards coming up. Swimmers, we need the top 8 finishing women's medley relay teams and the men's medley relay teams over at award staging. Relay award presentations here now. In the women's 400 medley relay, and in 8th place, Blazing Barracudas A, Claire Mihawk, Sophia Jimenez, Lily Mihawk, and Meredith Stewart. 7th place, Chelsea Piers Aquatic Club A, Alexandra Moore, Abigail King, Miller Ward, and Nam Alasware. 6th place, Academy Bullets B, Lauren O'Connor, Bridget McCann, Ariana Nikula, and Haley Vlesek. In 5th place, Chicago Wolfpack A, Julietta Tracy, Kayla Duran, Isabel Chow, and Maya Arroyo. 4th place, Lakeside B, Kate Brager, Hannah Schmidt, Kinley Jones, Ava Graziani. 3rd place, Germantown Academy Aquatic A, Emily Hamill, Eliza Meth, Taylor Grimley, and Sarah Freeman. In 2nd place, Academy Bullets A, Annabelle Naraki, Elizabeth Naraki, Rebecca Rentz, and Sadie Murphy. And the NCSA champions in the women's 400 medley relay, Lakeside Swim Team A relay, Charlotte Crush, Georgia Kaler, Sydney Brager, and Haley McDonald in their time of a 4:12.19. Our next award presentation in men's 400 medley relay. In 8th place, Kentucky Aquatics. These are all A relays for these clubs. In 8th place, Kentucky Aquatics, Nicholas Johnson, Alex Oxenbean, Clark Coyle, and Seneca Odo. 7th place, Georgetown Academy, Brandon Fleck, Andrew Zhao, Landon DiAriano, and Jonathan Freeman. That's Germantown Academy, 7th place. 6th place, Huntsville Swim Association, Michael Chetrikoff, Justin Rowe, Bradford Johnson, and Luke Betzel. 5th place, Swim Streamline, Ryan Rautenbach, Tyler Tenenberger, Ty Conal, and Levi Tome. 4th place, Ole Swimming, Max Haney, Andrew Delzer, Colin Zexter, and Benjamin Leginski. 3rd place, Machine Aquatics, Tyler Whitaker, Nathan Wildman, Ryan Graham, and Noah Dyer. 2nd place, Suburban Seahawks, Charlie Nenchef, Jake Wang, Jacob Johnson, and Ken Yeniye. And your NCSA champions in the men's 400 medley relay, Lakeside Swim Team, John Crush, Wilson York, Thomas Mercer, and Alexander Teesing in a time of 3:46.62. All right, ready now for our special wrap-up award presentations. Making the presentations this evening, the president of the NCSA, Dan Heffner. Let's give him a big round of applause. Dan, thanks for all that you do. Let's recognize High Point Women, the runner-up from St. Andrews Aquatics with 203 points, Aspen Gersper. And your women's High Point champion from Lakeside Swim Team, Haley McDonald with 232 points. So Gersper with 203, McDonald your winner with 232. High Point men, the runner-up with 156 points from Suburban Seahawks, Jake Wang. And your male High Point champion from Lakeside Swim Team with 184 points, John Crush. In the Performance Awards, for the women, your runner-up from Lakeside with 838 points, Haley McDonald. And your women's performance champion from Lakeside with 874 points, Charlotte Crush. All right, so for the women, let me clarify that. In second place from Lakeside with 838 points, Haley McDonald, the 200 IM, for her performance in the 200 IM, and the Performance Award champion for women from Lakeside with 874 points, Charlotte Crush in the 100 back. The runner-up in the Performance Award from Lakeside with 840 points in the 100 back, John Crush. And your performance winner for men, Germantown Academy with 841 points in the 400 IM, Landon DiAriano. Ladies and gentlemen, now announcing the Coach of the Year, and it is Mike DeBoer of Lakeside. In women's team scoring, the runner-up team, Academy Bullets with 1,115 points. And your High Point women's team, Lakeside, with 1,266 points. This is what you call a Kodak moment, right? Congratulations, lady. Academy Bullets, Lakeside Swim Team. In men's team scoring, the runner-up team for the men, Suburban Seahawks with 633 points. And your men's team champions, Lakeside, with 1,018 points. The crowd goes wild. Gentlemen, go out there and collect your banners. Academy Bullets. I'm sorry, Suburban Seahawks for the men, runner-up, and Lakeside Swim Team, your champions in men's team scoring. In combined team scoring, your runner-up, Academy Bullets with 1,434 points. And your combined team score champions, Lakeside with 2,284 points. So while they get their final pictures, that's a wrap on the 2023 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships from here at the IU Natatorium in Indianapolis. It was a lot of fun the last 5 days. Tons of meet records that'll get recapped on the website. Lots of Olympic qualifiers. So good stuff. Congratulations to all of our swimmers for everything that they did. Coaches, outstanding job. It's been a pleasure up here calling these races and watching how the kids interact with their teammates. This is really a special group, and we appreciate it. Safe travels, everybody. See you next time at the IU Natatorium.